So I'm just gonna say it's not gonna matter in the slightest. I mean, if it's could be a start in the right direction, that's great. And I'm only covering this stuff I'm only covering this because this is affecting the video game companies, affecting Hollywood, and that's stuff I talk about. So when it comes to like places, big name retail or whatever, but I talk about this because it's involving the video game industry and Hollywood and stuff like that, and that's stuff I talk about. Um, but U.S. companies rush to dismantle DEI programs before Trump inauguration, and that's a beautiful thing. Don't think I can keep it all in. But yeah, a lot of big companies, like during the summer, started doing that. John Deere, Tractor Supply, Walmart, Target, McDonald's, and a bunch of other companies kind of decided to lay off some of the not some, but the DEI stuff. I mean, especially like Target, you go in there and there's like chest binders for children just on display, and it's like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? So yeah, people are getting tired of that. People are tired of being rejected from job positions because companies rather hire people based on their skin color, which is illegal. It's illegal. For the side that says no one's above the law, they sure do love engaging in illegal activities like, discrimination in the hiring process and hiring people based on their skin color and gender, which is illegal. But, they're correcting the injustices of this oppressive patriarchal society, right? So it's okay if they break the law. Anyway, in an unexpected corporate, also keep in mind, just because this stuff may be more, it's going to be more frowned upon and looked at with, a bit more closely than it has already. When it comes to the gaming world, it's not like Sweet Baby Inc. they're just going to poof out of existence. As nice as that would be. I'm not talking about the people running Sweet Baby. I'm talking about the company. Or what's the other one? Black Gamer Girls or whatever it is. As nice as it would be to have corporations, gaming corporations just create good characters, genuine characters, and not have to rely on something like Sweet Baby Inc. who really doesn't care about that. That'd be great. That'd be great. In an unexpected corporate pivot. Man, my throat, though. I need to stop sucking them dicks. No, it is. God, I'm thirsty as hell. Oh. Oh my God. In an unexpected corporate pivot, um, several major U.S. companies are hurriedly dismantling their diversity, equity, inclusion programs ahead of the second inauguration of President Donald J. Trump. The J stands for John. I know another John. Very, very nice guy. Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate it. The strategic retreat is ideologically captured the strategic retreat of ideologically captured companies comes in light of the incoming administration's vocal opposition to the way what they describe as woke culture and anti-white racism. There is no anti-white; it's just racism. I can't stand when people say reverse discrimination or reverse racism, or just call it for what it is. It's racism. It's discrimination, no matter how you slice it. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, pink, purple, blue. Racism is racism. Discrimination is discrimination. There's no reverse. This isn't Uno. Okay? You're not like, reverse. No. Discrimination is discrimination. With DEI initiatives at the forefront of their critique. Oh, how small he used to be. Now he's like 6'8". Like Trump is like 6'2". So, and Barron is just like, woof. And then the memes that come out about this kid, it's like the world will face swift retribution for what they put my father through. Um, what's more, they have law and a recent Supreme Court decision on their side. The required context. Since Donald Trump announced his intentions to terminate every diversity, equity, and inclusion program across the entire federal government during the course of his campaign, corporate America has been on high alert, with corporate lawyers scrubbing language and policy. The next Trump administration's policy blueprint has explicitly, oh my God, explicitly, my God, I cannot fucking talk today. I cannot fucking talk right now. Explicitly targeted DEI initiatives in all institutions and corporations that have incorporated them. Also, with with this stuff, with games, it's not going to matter. Like I said, it's not going to matter. It's not like DEI or like Sweet Baby is just going to poof out of existence. But because of them engaging in illegal practices, like good old Matt Hansen over at Obsidian has just proudly announced in a tweet saying that, oh yeah, if you're black, you always take priority. And one of the co-founders outright came out and said, you need to sue them. You need to sue the company. Because guess what? It's illegal to do that. This includes labeling them as woke culture warriors and promising legal action against those deemed to violate civil rights laws and engaging in what they perceive as just discrimination. The corporate response to self-imposed crisis, Walmart, Ford, Amazon, McDonald's, they're not loving it anymore. You want to know what else people getting tired of with McDonald's or fast food places? I mean, it's called fast food. People go there because it's cheap, it's fast. But then when you have McDonald's, where a McDouble is no longer on a dollar menu and it's like $3 freaking, you're gonna lose money that way. McDouble is a very popular item on the menu because it's cheap. And they're like, nope, our McDoubles are gonna cost $3 now. Enjoy. And then shocked Pikachu face when the freaking company's losing money. There must be some correlation between that. Walmart, for instance, announced the secession of DEI goals, dropping the term from its corporate lexicon altogether. Meta, solving DEI teams, Hulkamaniacs. Posts on platforms like Twitter have captured the sentiment, with users noting that companies are dumping their policies because they know that the Trump Justice Department will investigate and prosecute them. You want to know why? Because what they're doing is illegal. And here's where it tells you that it's illegal. And you can look it up yourself, because if you filled out any kind of application, this is what you see. That the company, due to the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, they prohibit discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex. Usually they say stuff like disability, stuff like that. But these companies are like, you know what? Fuck the Civil Rights Act. We're going to hire more black people and more LGBTQ plus people and this and that because fuck white people. And we're trying to correct the injustices of modern day. So it's okay when we break the law. Legal and ethical debate. The legality of many DEI programs has been a contentious topic with the groups like America First Legal, founded by, they've been, I mean, and again, when you have someone like Matt Hansen over at Obsidian basically openly just discriminating, saying that, oh yeah, black people have priority. I mean, if that stuff goes in front of a judge, what's he gonna say? That he was only joking? So the guy, the one of the co-founders was like, yeah, if you filled out, you've had an interview and you were turned down, sue them, sue them, because they can bring up that freaking the tweet, and again, what's he gonna say? Oh no, Your Honor, I was just joking. It's like, well, looks like you've hired a whole lot of black people based, just from that joke. So are you sure it was a joke? So, um, but yeah, Civil Rights Act. Discrimination prevents discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and/or national origin. But they don't care about that. That's why you see companies, gaming companies and Hollywood and whatever, where the product is subpar now because they're more concerned with hiring. Oh, well, we need to make sure that our team is 50% black, and that the male to female ratio is, rather than hiring people who are best suited for the job. No, it's check a box, check a box, check a box. Um, the shift is seen by some corporations aligning with not only the new administration's directions, but with consumer sentiments as well. They're hoping to avoid becoming targets in a culture war that could extend into the boardrooms and global government. Yeah, I mean it'd be bad optics, but people don't care. People, like, these are corporations that come out and just openly attack people, calling them phobes and isms. So they don't care about optics. They don't care about optics. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, son. Arguments can be made for both perspectives, and yet, either way, more and more ideologically captured in titles are now in fear of previous illegal policies. Yeah, again, if, I go back to Matt Hansen, I'm like, I'm sure he's not the only one who has, like, openly discriminated against certain groups of people online. He was dumb enough to post on Twitter saying that he will put black people as priority because, oh, this company has too many crusty white people. So it's impossible for him to say, oh no, no, we don't engage in those practices. It's like, we have a tweet from you right here. It was a joke, Your Honor. Was it? Seemed like after this tweet, you ended up hiring a whole lot of black people. Isn't that strange? Curious. This dismantling of DEI programs could have a long-term effects on corporate America. God, I hope so. It'd be nice to, when you see advertisements or whatever, having those advertisements advertise, if it's for, McDonald's or, Jaguar or whatever, advertise the product. And I mean, you don't need two dudes kissing in a McDonald's ad. That's not selling the burgers. That's just pushing an agenda. You don't need two non-binary individuals raw dogging in a fucking Jaguar. That didn't happen. I'm just saying. It's like they're trying to sell a car, but then it's like they add things that have nothing to do with the car or will do anything to actually help sell it. They're just adding it to, like, oh, look how modern and then progressive we are. But again, it's not going to matter in the end. They're gonna they're still going to find a way to discriminate against people. They'll just say that those people who they won't be so open about it, so that way when they're asked about it, they'll say, oh, well, they just weren't qualified. They just weren't qualified. So The proverbial writing is on the wall when it comes to the Trump administration DEI and DEI. Companies are making calculated decisions to eliminate DEI initiatives driven by fear of litigation, the looming enforcement of established law, and a desire to navigate the new political and consumer landscapes unscathed. Well, it's not going to, again, it'd be great if just this stuff disappeared, but it's not going to happen. You know, it's like when they tried to end affirmative action. Other people were like, "Oh, we're just going to find a loophole and still continue to discriminate against certain students." I mean, it's not going to change. But since I'm talking more about the game industry and stuff like that in Hollywood, especially Hollywood, because Hollywood is obviously in America. So this kind of stuff should really hopefully affect them. But we'll see in the next couple years when we have movies coming out or TV shows or whatever. But yeah. But with again, it's illegal. These people have, DEI initiatives and stuff like that, trying to get a certain amount, or they have with I think Obsidian has them, I think BioWare's had them, where they have like these entire programs where you got to spend 30 minutes listening to someone talk about how you have unconscious bias. You know, that's not what you're getting paid to do. You're paid to do a job. I mean, and you're sitting there, oh, well, all of us have an unconscious bias, and what we need to do as a more progressive society is recognize the unconscious bias that we all have. And this can pertain to certain groups of minority peoples. It's like, I'm here, I'm a freaking level designer. Do I really need to be listening to this right now? But the companies will just go through and hire, and then when planes start crashing and boats start sinking, and you wonder why all this stuff is happening, and you see the kinds of people that they've hired over the year or so, and you see that these people have no prior experience. You realize, oh hey, these people are being hired because of their skin color or their gender. Game companies, same thing. I think Ubisoft, they keep hiring people who have no experience at all. And that's fine because, intern and you shadow people, shadow someone you can learn, but they're like hiring people who have no experience and then putting them to work on the game. You don't do that. So not only are they hiring people based on skin color and this and that, they're hiring people who have zero experience as opposed to the white guy who has 20 years of experience, all because they want to fill a quota. So, but I again, it's not really gonna matter. So I don't even know why I'm bothered talking about it. I don't know why I bother. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.